Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday evening, 8 p.m., and you're listening to the home of Commodore 64 remixes, Slay Radio. Let us spice up your evening with Slaygon's incoherent ramblings.
Anywho Hazel.
And Ziona's pro dance moves to the best selection of remixes, sits, and demo scene tracks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this thing. Slay tuned.
Are you okay?
Kind of, sort of, maybe, kind of ish.
That wasn't really convincing.
Well, I think we are now live, maybe. There we are. And yes, I had a bit of a problem with the encoders and everything at the start, and it fucking beat me. I could not understand what the hell was going on, but then I realized I have Blender running on the server, so I had to run upstairs and shut that off because that actually takes up the encoder core in the thingy mabob.
Only the program is running, and only that fact?
Yeah, exactly.
Aha.
So,
right.
Because what we're doing essentially is these cameras, this one and the one up there, the room overview thingy, that one up there behind you, and the one that points at you over there, and this one, obviously. So yeah, all of them are hardware encoded, and then all of that is then transferred over to the server, which has a graphics card, a GTX 1080, whatever, and uses the encoder chips on it. So we have hardware encoding on the whole fucking thing. But the hardware encoder stream or core was taken. Mm-hmm. So yeah, hello!
So hello, yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to our first spring show. Which, well, hopefully will bring some nice warm weather and sunshine, because we don't have enough here. I don't know how is with you. And I'm wondering if we are online on Facebook, because I cannot see it yet. But
yes, we are.
We are, okay.
And people have tuned in, so I'm pretty sure we are, at least.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, it's a Thursday evening as usual, and he was struggling to start up the show because of that. So soon the video stream will be more important than the fact that actually we are doing radio here.
No, it's just that we might as well get that up and running while we're actually doing it. So
okay,
whatevs.
I just accepted fact, and you sorted it out, so that's good enough with me. And it's really the first show of the spring, and we already kind of got bored of this not even wintry, autumn-ish weather around here, with cold winds and all kinds of shit that is like related to flu and everything. And
yeah, so we thought we would fight fire with fire. So we stocked up. There
we go.
Yeah.
Just as you
Cheers.
properly has to do these days. I have to tell you that I had like a little bit of it, and it came back through my nose. Like, it was so bad. I literally couldn't help myself. Because, it's very weird when it comes back through your nose. Like... What the heck?
Yeah.
So but we will handle this corona somehow, and we hope that we don't have any other coronas to deal with yet.
Corona.
Don't change my trigger.
Corona.
What do you mean, Martin, that it's not spring yet? If you look on the calendar, it is spring. Why it's not spring?
I think it's got to do with the average temperature. So if the average temperature over 24 hours is over 10 degrees, I think it's officially spring.
But he said that I have to look at the calendar.
Or is that summer? I don't know. Yeah.
Calendar. So when is the calendar showing you what the temperature is?
No, not the calendar, but if you look at the calendar, it's probably April or May or whatever. But we're celebrating early because global warming. Yay!
Yeah, right. That makes totally sense. So, okay then. How we should start up this season? I think with a very bouncy, cheerful track.
Sounds great.
Thing bounces back.
Have you seen my boing?
Boing. So wasn't that a good start for a show? I think it's so perfect to start up a show. It's a show starter. And
it is.
And people, you can have requests today. Also, we had a pre-request that we don't have, but Lala said...
That was so weird.
Lala said that you can also hum it on air.
Boing, boing, boing. Did you see my boing? Yeah, and then we played a song as well. I can't remember the lyrics for that song, to be honest. What he requested was Press Play on Tape's version of that very song, which for some reason I just magically do not have.
Magically?
Yeah.
Do not have.
I was pretty sure I had all their albums, but yeah, they're kind of in the shelves behind you there. but I went through them all, so I must have misplaced it, or just, I don't know. It's somewhere. Anyway,
Such
you may
a
have
shame.
what?
Such a shame.
Yeah, and it's not on the server either. Meh.
Oh, and RKO has a downtime.
Yes, I know.
Funnily enough.
I was going to update the playlist on Tractor, but yeah, couldn't do that either.
Yeah, that is too bad. So we cannot play the last week's releases, unfortunately, today. Or, well, at least RKO says server move in progress back in a day or so, says Qued. So, yeah, not from RKO, not today.
Yeah, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 tracks that are new on there that we don't have. So whatever was released since last week or whatever. So yeah. Yeah.
Well, and Martin said that it was a great start of the show. I knew that you're gonna love it. I knew that. I was pretty certain about that. If one thing, I saw Martin furiously dancing in the living room kitchen in front of my eyes. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully on rather than in, unless he's
On
very,
front
very
of
tiny.
Anyway, some like 1,000 kilometers away, but he was definitely dancing there, I think.
Oh, you can feel the force, the dance force, even over here.
Right.
Or something.
I know.
I don't know.
But yeah, RKO has a downtime. I don't think I ever have seen RKO being down. And it's a funny thing that in 2 days we are going to broadcast the Remix64.com's Remixer of the Year Awards, provided this year by SceneSat guys. So yeah, let's hope that they will have all the things they need. Well, they have all the things they need because
they
it's...
do. Because Zephod has the archive on his servers. So not a problem.
Also, someone, if I recall correctly, was asking about RKO torrents, I guess on the page. But I wasn't sure
What about
that.
them? I seed the existing ones.
You see the existing ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's others that seed them as well, but I most certainly do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Martin, so you don't need a webcam at all?
No.
Well, yeah, that depends, I guess. But yeah, so since people still need to wake up with all their requests and everything, I'm going to play something else for Lala, not press play on tape, because unfortunately we are not able to find it easily. But how about Chris Abbott's Thing on a Spring 99 version? What do you
More
think?
Thing on the Spring.
More Thing on a Spring. No, that was Thing Bounces Back. It wasn't Thing on a Spring.
Okay then.
Okay then. And Thing on a Spring was
More
his
things.
request. Things. Things and stuff. Yeah, hi boss. Things. Nothing can be more cheerful than this one. It's a challenge. Look for an even more cheerful song than this one.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is very difficult. I know that.
If you're watching the video stream, you might see a little new thing on there right above the stream title that says coffee.com. ko-fi.com/Slay Radio.
Coffee.
If you do a donation on there, you can put a message in and whatnot, and it'll kind of fly by there on the screen, as it were, live as it was coming in. I'm not sure I'm gonna want to keep the messages live, but yeah, thought I'd try that thing. Might be fun.
Why not? Yeah. Under testing as a process or progress. Progress in progress anyway.
Testing. 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2, and perfect to start a shitty day. What?
Hey?
You mean the song perfect to start a shitty day? Well, definitely, or finish a shitty day. Maybe it's it depends what you want. But you said that according to Zidu, Google says spring 2020 in Northern Hemisphere will begin on Thursday, March 19th. So it's 2 more weeks, you think?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And Michael said spring, weather forecast says next 10 days full of rain and cold weather. I have a bad cold. No spring inside here. Yeah, I know. Everyone was sick here too. And it seems like these 10 days are lining up with this idea of the Northern Hemisphere spring starting thing.
And Ziduda says that coffee is the kind of thing that could get abused. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm a bit hesitant of actually keeping it there live on the stream.
Abused as?
Oh, because you can add a message and whatnot on there.
Right.
So it could be fun.
Yeah. So how does it work exactly?
So essentially you go to that URL and make a kind of small donation or whatever, and you can put a message in there. And,
in exchange of a small donation, you can just say, fuck you there. Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
What to say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, take your opportunity, people, I guess. You never know what might be posted on there.
Might need a refill on this at some point, so, you know.
Yeah, right.
It's not coffee, I know, but it's close to water, so out of water you can make coffee.
And were you serious that you only got 2 of them?
Yeah.
Only 2 of them?
Yeah.
So this is the booze that you prepared?
No, I said I only got 2 Coronas.
I would be surprised if you only get 2 beers. Okay then, now I understand everything. Now it makes totally sense. Okay. Yeah,
How to confuse your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly, like only 2 beers?
Cannot be true.
I mean, for me it's enough for an evening, but you have a different type of tempo and tolerance, so to speak.
So to speak.
So to speak. But you have actually good chances because alcohol is good against corona.
Yeah, not internally.
So as soon as the virus gets into your body, then it doesn't work anymore?
No.
Why?
That's not how it works.
But why? I want to know why. It would be so logical. You just drink and then it's destroyed. So why?
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Cheers. And Matthias or Persson says, fuck you and a coffee for €3. Tempting.
Yeah, something like that. So take your opportunity. and support Slay Radio. Indeed, And I'm wondering, what's your favorite spring song?
My favorite spring song. Nothing springs to mind.
Really? Okay, I have an idea then.
You do?
Ziduder said, I haven't heard Lagerfeld Flip the Flop Rock My Commodore in a long time. If maybe you had a strange urge to play it. Hope you're enjoying springtime in Sweden. Well, the thing is that anything that I could feel yet from the springtime is some sort of sunshine that happened today, and I think 2 days ago too, which is quite unusual, like in February.
Yeah, I actually broke out. It's March, by the way. I actually broke out my sunglasses and thought I'd take them or put them on when going to work.
And you were very happy about it.
I didn't.
You didn't? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I just took them out of the case, but I never put them on.
Too bad. Okay. So, then... So this is all that we perceive from spring. And yes, I know it's March. It's the 5th of March. So it's just... that's what I'm saying, that in February you didn't really see that much sunshine, and then all of a sudden it's like there are 2 days of the month that has some sort of sunshine, and of course it surprises you a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And let's see how far it goes. So yeah, Flip the Flop, Rock My Commodore for Ziduder.
Regulation, but like sexual imitation. Okay, maybe emulation, but the 658 was macing your face on. Thinking about reborn, wait till you get it on. Flipping the flop on the dance floor. Yeah, flip the flop on the dance floor. As I rock my 64. Yeah, flip the flop on it hardcore. As I rock my Commodore. Yeah, flip the flop on the dance floor. As I rock my 64. Yeah, flip the flop on it hardcore. As I rock
Commodore.
I realized that I switched on the mic way too late.
It's fine.
It's still fine.
I knew it wasn't on, or they weren't on. And Z-Dude says, that was a cool story about sunglasses, but I think it ended weakly. Yeah, the story didn't really go anywhere, much like the glasses. Yeah. Sorry, need to practice a bit on the storytelling skills here at some point.
Yeah, we are really not stand-up comedians, unfortunately. It would make it so much more interesting, I guess.
Stand-up comedians are still, it's a job still. It's not like they're cracking jokes all the time. It's still a job. You still need to kind of create a joke, and then you need to fine-tune it and all of that. So even if you have a great idea, it still takes time to kind of get the language right and the timing right and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just write the story down and then read it back.
Yeah. Absolutely true. And the cat poet on IRC asked, so are we only 2 people here? No, actually, some people are on Facebook, some people are on YouTube, and some people are on IRC. So make sure to choose your channel.
Yeah, and some people are still working.
Some people are still working and joining later, and some people are lurking.
I'm working now, and I have joined. I'm actually working as well. I'm
right.
trying to bring up a slave database here for the master that I upgraded yesterday. And the slave didn't really want to play along, so I'm actually creating a slave today. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing while we're doing a show.
So you are super busy.
Yeah, I've kind of been busy all afternoon. So.
And even multitasking right now. So,
as you do.
Or are we all voices in Slaygon's head, she asks. Most probably. We are all voices, but as long as we are heard, I guess. So...
Well, there, the voices in your head and the problem of this idea that are we really in the real world, or is that just our minds playing tricks on ourselves? Basically, am I brain in a vat kind of a thing? But there's this idea that, well, if I'm a brain in a vat, I wrote all the greatest songs I've ever heard, painted the greatest pictures like the Mona Lisa and
how cool
all
is that?
Yeah, and also wrote all the worst poems and wrote all the worst songs and everything at the same time. So, yeah.
Good comes with the bad. I'm sorry.
So I'm the best in the world and the shittiest in the world. So, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I never wrote any Beatles songs, for instance.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, it would be cool and uncool at the same time. So maybe let's not think of this. Maybe we should proceed with like something. And let me look at the request list. People are still lazy and being at the start of the evening.
People, request. There's a link on the video stream, or if not, go to slayradio.org and go to live, make request now.
But I'm going to make a fun game now. We will play spring-related songs until requests will come in. So you have to suffer through all versions of Thing on a Spring or Thing Bounces Back or anything that happened like as a remix. Doing something with spring. So this one, okay, maybe you won't suffer through Rune Bertil's remix, which is Boogie on a Spring JP style. That was a jolly one. I think that we already talked about this, but if anyone would do a sad remix of this song, I would so love that because I think it's a challenging task.
I'll get to it eventually.
You'll get. Yeah, you are definitely one of the best person who could do this or make this happen. Make a sad, depressed cinematic version of this song, please. I know. And by the way, we should say that we will have a remix news section thanks to Lea. So today we will sum up February as well. It was a short month and it was more about quality than quantity, but soon upcoming. So thank you, Leo, for that. And well, I'm ahead. I heard it already and I love it. I absolutely love this idea. So I hope that we can keep this idea. I learned it from you. And all the intonation, and people have a lot of opportunities to learn some intonation here if you come to Sweden.
Yeah, and you thought I was exaggerating that, and then you heard everyone saying it like that, like idea, and you go, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time for half a year, you know, the idea. Whenever she heard anyone say idea,
my language doesn't work like that, of course, except the fact that it is funny for me at least. And people want to use the IRC requester, but it's still broken.
Yeah, they're asking on YouTube as well. But yeah, so still need to do requests on the homepage, unfortunately. And Andrew Kroll says, Slaygon needs to strip to that song. I need a strip pole first. I don't have one in here.
That's your excuse. That's your excuse, right?
I thought you were going to say, that's your birthday present.
Oh, yeah. I would love that. Okay, then let's go for it. Well, I don't know how much I want to share of you, so I have to consider this. But anyway, when the requester could be expected to be fixed because it's broken now for a while?
Yeah, and the whole idea with the setup, the underlying infrastructure for that is a bit ancient, so to speak. I kind of hacked it together by reverse engineering a bot-to-bot protocol that I implemented in whatever it was. I can't remember, TCL or Python or PHP or whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. But at some point that stopped working, and I need to have a look at that. And GoHanks' little script on the other end that actually parses the IRC text needs to talk to the bot with this protocol. And now it's failing for some reason. So yeah, I need to kind of synchronize with GoHanks, and he's kind of busy right now because he started his own company and all that shit. So yeah, he's kind of, yeah.
Starting an own company is always making oneself busy.
Yeah, it's like 24/7 type work. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what is the most scary about it, and the most exciting at the same time. So I'm not saying anything against or next to it, but I certainly had a company and I closed it due to several reasons. So, but it might happen actually in the future that I might still have one. I don't know. So yeah, it's you know what? We got people a bit scared, I think, because they started to request songs.
Oh, that's good. Thank God.
Yeah, right. So, thank God, it would be so much fun to do a spring show, like a thing on a spring show. My ambitions are not kind of, yeah, it's not going to happen today. But Creed said he would love to...
Apollo Creed, the trainer for Rocky Balboa. In Rocky movies.
Is this written the same way? You can tell it better than I do because it's been a while.
Request. No, that's Creed. Yeah. Creed is spelled C-R-E-E-D.
Okay. So not that Creed, another Creed.
Another Creed, yes.
Yeah. Would love to hear a decent remix of Super Cycle. I don't even know if one exists, and if not, someone should make one. Keep up the awesome ramblings. Awesome ramblings. Oh my god. Are they really?
Ramblings? What is
ramblings?
Oh, ramblings.
We are rambling here.
Rambling sounds like gremlins. Keep up the awesome gremlins.
Yeah, right.
Wait, what?
I think we still have a long way to go to get awesome, but thank you very much. That is reassuring, at least, that we do something here. So yeah, Super Cycle, and yes, someone did a remix of Super Cycle. Zeloso con moto superlativo is the remix's subtitle, which I don't know what it means, but never mind. And Met64 is the artist name. So let's have a look or listen on this one. So Creed, I hope that you liked this little piece. I think it was cute.
Yeah, it
kind
is.
of.
Yeah, it's not like the overly produced, or it's just a nice thing.
Yeah, it's a cute thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. And if anyone feels like doing another remix of Super Cycle, then there you go. A not overly remixed track that has a lot of opportunities. Actually, it has, because it has really great melodies there.
Yeah, I actually started hearing a different thing in my head.
A different thing?
Yes.
With the same melody?
Yes.
Cool. Nice. Let's
Why
see.
is that orange?
What?
The stream thingy. Check resolution? What? The hell are you talking about? The stream on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Slaygon talking with his screen on air, live on Slay Radio.
Yeah, I hate it when it's complaining about stuff and ting. And besides, I'm about 100 gigabytes away from doing actual work.
We are very happy about this statement. I don't really know what to comment on that.
You don't need to comment.
As a revenge, next week I'm going to spend one evening, probably with work as well. I have some off-work hours duty that I can't make happen in work hours. because it would fuck up the page for everyone else, which I don't want to. So obviously there are some things and stuff, and
Things and do-das.
maintenance things that you just cannot do in peak hours.
There are.
Yeah.
But isn't your company kind of global?
Yeah. But that doesn't affect our global page, so that's the luckiest thing. Haha.
Haha.
Haha, because I don't want to go into details right now how upset I'm at WPML at the moment and how many bugs I already experienced because of that. So just let's not talk WordPress at the moment. I already had enough discussions and brainstormings, like even in Facebook groups. So yay. But it's always reassuring when you ask the hive mind of Facebook, and then you figure out that, they don't really have a better solution either. So, and then it's like, it's good and bad at the same time, because you kind of see that, okay, I don't know what to do right now. It's a good thing that we are somehow ahead, but it's a bad thing that there's like no space to improvement in a certain way, right? So it's like, decide it for yourself if it's good or bad. But sometimes it happens. So
Sometimes it does.
yeah, but I'm going to fucking make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. I don't care. It has to happen. So
You don't care?
yeah, I care. I mean, that's my problem. I care, actually. Sometimes I care too much. I just shouldn't. Maybe that's the solution to some sort of problems of life, just not to care. We know that for a fact that it is, but for me it is just more difficult not to care than to care. So, and for some people, I guess it's the other way around. So I don't know how this works. But
Yeah, it's kind of hard when you get deep into things. It's hard not to care.
yeah, I guess. But we are similar in this case, so it's
It's a bit of an all or nothing approach to certain things.
a bit, yes. So I don't know how not to care, or well, I have to exercise probably sometimes how not to care, but I guess that's the way how it works. And when we are going to do the remix news section?
I thought it's after the next song.
After the next song. That sounds
Yes.
amazing. So right now I have Lord of Crystallix first request here lined up, and he wants to hear Target Renegade level 1. And this remix was... Why am I not having the artist here? Yeah, Marsland. Yeah, made by Marsland. And I guess then I can play it. And then after this song, stay tuned for the remix news of February.
These are the RKO and Amiga remix releases for the month of February 2020.
This month we have 3 C64 remixes and 0 Amiga remixes. This time we're going for quality over quantity. Let's go! Last Ninja 2 Basement Loader is Johan Andersson's remix number 71 on RKO. It's composed by the lovely Matt Gray. This tune is fun and laid back, and it feels like a gathering amongst friends. Great job on this remix, Johan. Jamming Loose by Serial Mojo is his third remix on RKO. It's composed by Linus Nilsson, aka Boogaloo. And like the name of the tune suggests, let's all jam loose to this funky breakbeat. Next and last, we have my favorite for this month, Dr. Future with the remix Barry McGuigan, World Championship Boxing, composed by John Fitzpatrick and Tommy Dunbar. I really like the 80s vibe and the mixing of various elements in this one.
decision. Barry
I would like to encourage people to visit remix.cred.org and amigaremix.com to listen and vote. Keep the remix scene alive. Till next time, take care.
That was Remix News with Leah. Back to Slay Radio headquarters.
Gosh, he remained like this. My God, what I'm going to do with him? I can't switch off his microphone. What should we do now? Excellent work on the remix news, Leo. I should say as always, because
Yes.
this was the second time, but now it's as
So
always.
for the second time,
yeah,
well,
exactly.
third time would be as always, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
Yeah,
very,
it was,
very
I
nice.
actually suggested to Morty that it's only 3 remixes released, so maybe skip this one and include them in the next one. But they came up with a better idea, I think.
It was a really good idea.
Yeah, I like it.
Definitely.
Short but sweet.
Absolutely. And what you heard was Infamous and Arkanoid.
Infamous.
Infamous. Infamous. Why not infamous?
I don't know, because English is stupid.
That is just so confusing. Infamous and Arkanoid, Galway's is God, for the request of Martin Land, who wanted to hear something with Galway and God in it. Any version, thank you. So yeah, you're very welcome. So that's what you heard. Totally valid request. It's not that easy to find something like that. So you would think. But anyway, it's how was your week? I haven't even asked yet. I'm sorry.
Hi, it's Thursday. We live together.
No, I haven't asked it on air. Obviously, I asked it privately.
Yeah, I know, but it sounded funny.
And how are you, by the way?
Yeah, this is our social hour, for the week.
Exactly, we don't talk with each other anytime.
The rest of the time she is upstairs, I'm in the studio or some shit, just separated by a few floors in between. It's what we do. Now, it's been a bit busier than usual, and I've had this weird kind of, not insomnia, but like the effects of insomnia. Like really sluggish in the head, especially in the beginning of the week. It was weird. Like it was like someone opened my skull and poured motor oil in there, like engine oil in there. Every thought just, I could see it go from one side of the brain to the other, just follow it. It was so slow. Like I don't know what the fuck happened there, but it was like a out of body experience in the weirdest possible way. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird start, but after that, like Monday and Tuesday, came home straight to kind of have a lie down on the sofa and chill. Fell asleep for a bit and then went to bed fairly early, and then kind of fixed it almost.
Almost. One
Almost
day
there.
I returned from work. And everything was completely dark. He was sleeping, and I did not dare to wake him up at all. Like I was like, and it's like so unusual because we usually say hello to each other when we get home.
Yeah, other days as well, except for Thursdays. So sometimes we say hello even on Tuesdays,
Yeah, right. That is very true. Rarely, but it happens. Yeah, right. And then I see a thread going on Facebook. Time for some beef. How about some Atari ST chiptunes? And I couldn't really decide if this was like intentional or a joke or something. And then you answered, and I didn't know if someone wants a religious war here or not, because this is what happens sometimes.
Well, we did have Lee Bolton, who was filming the 8-Bit Symphony recordings, and he was walking around both of the days with an Atari t-shirt on him.
And I was really wondering, like, are you do this on purpose? Because here they record like C64 only tunes, and now you come in an Atari t-shirt, and it's like, is there any message behind this? And then he said, no, it's just completely random. It's a retro t-shirt that I have chosen to wear. It's all right. All right, okay then. No, it's just some people who take themselves too seriously would start a religious war out of this. You know.
Nah, that was back in the 80s and early 90s.
Oh, not only.
For the
no.
most part, we
Oh.
don't give a shit anymore. At least
For
as
the
old
most
farts.
part.
At least as old farts.
Us old farts.
Hmm.
I have to get used to this. Us old farts. No, I don't like the sound of it.
You don't?
No, I'm a youngster. Forever.
Yeah, you're a youngster.
I'll be a youngster when I will be 80 years old too, hopefully. Well, okay, we will
Well,
see.
you can be youngster in your mind, but you've still gotten to 80, which means you're not a youngster physically, you know.
Oh my god, and I would be like a 64 grandma. How cool it would be. Hang on a minute. I would have to have a kid for that. So
Yeah,
that's
Well, I'm kind of it's 14 years away from turning 64. At that point, there will be a party. You can bet your ass on that. And I'm gonna invite the Beatles so they can reenact their "When I'm 64," etc. They will be 120 by the time, but never mind.
if you invite the Beatles, then we should do a 64 remix with their vocals on it. I'm pretty sure that would be very successful.
Nah, the cooler thing is to make them actually force them to make a 64 remix.
Force them.
Yes, you play them a SID and say, play this one, guys.
I'm not sure how enthusiastic they would be, but it would be interesting.
Oh, I know Paul McCartney at least is still around and kicking. So yeah, and he likes good music, so why not?
Well, okay.
A SID
Not
is still good
impossible.
music. A SID is still good music.
Yeah, it is. It's just, it's still a bit like considered as a bit underground. Not too much, but a bit.
SIDs are quite underground, yeah. But chip music has kind of gotten out there a little bit, at least.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's spreading like the coronavirus. Not as fast. Maybe we could attach SID to the coronavirus. Infect people with love for SID.
Oh my god, all
That
of
would
a
be
sudden
nice.
we would have like thousands of listeners, and no, I'm afraid of that.
Why?
I'm not sure how much publicity I could handle.
Yeah. They're just people.
I know, but it sounds scary when it's about like 10,000 of people were, well, a little bit scary. I don't know. Let's play a song.
Yes.
Yeah. All this popularity.
Yeah, imaginary popularity even. Not even popularity for real.
Yeah,
Like, play a fucking song.
Okay, then. Marcel wants to hear Flimbo's Concerto, Opus 12 in C major. And what? What?
Hello, Marcel.
Did I say it right?
No, you said it right. It's
I
just
never
that
can
it's so
decide
funny.
when he does this.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so funny because we just talked about kind of SIDs and real music and whatever. I didn't look at the request list, and then Flimbo's Concerto, Opus 12 in C major. It's like, oh, okay. So here we come, Albert Hall.
Peter Clark. So, yeah. Wow.
Oh, it's over. Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, I was reading up because it's been a while since I heard this, but about the coronavirus and transporting SID-loving genes with it. Because there's this thing called toxoplasmosis, which is a parasite that only cats have, because they can only reproduce in the intestines of cats. So when you clean out the litter box of the cat, you can get infected. And rats and whatnot, they get infected with this, and they start to kind of get drawn to cats instead of being fearful of them. So kind of same kind of a thing there, but coronavirus and SIDS and toxoplasmosis in cats and humans being drawn to cats sort of thing.
So they put their toxoplasma into us somehow, and we breathe that.
No, it's a parasite.
Oh, yeah, I know, but it's like you say that we are drawn to them because this thing.
No, I didn't say that. It's a thing that naturally occurs, and apparently some up to like 95% of people in various places actually have this parasite already.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. You know how much I'm drawn to them anyway.
Yeah, but it does kind of affect people differently than rodents. Rodents just get less fearful. But in humans, it's a bit different.
So, what an average human does when this happens?
An average human kind of behaves like an average human.
Like, hi, oh my god, you're
No,
so cute.
that's babies.
But I do that with cats too.
Well, according to this article, it says infected humans can be subject to some equally weird symptoms. Blah, 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 blah. Groundbreaking research showed that infected men tend to be more suspicious, withdrawn, and prone to breaking rules, while infected women are more trusting, outgoing, and law-abiding. So apparently that's like the generic effect of it, or like if you do the statistics on that, then it's like what you would call a statistically significant result.
So
apparently.
did I have this parasite in my entire life? I was like so
Probably.
outgoing and social and trusting.
Yeah.
I guess if I got anything from them, it just made it worse. But I'm less outgoing right now, so that's not entirely true. I don't know. Okay, I don't understand this thing, but...
And Michelle on the Facebook says, and it's very dangerous to pregnant women. Pregnant women should avoid cleaning the litter boxes of cats under all circumstances. Yeah, let the shit pile up. It's better that way.
Well, I never cleaned up the litter box because by us everyone has her or his own duty, and the litter box is not mine. So, but this is not the reason why. But it's good to know. Thank you, Michael. If anything happens, it's just good to know about it, you know. Still not working very hard on the issue because I eat salmon every week. And it's not really recommended. Heavy metal in all amounts. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, and PS on YouTube says, don't all people do that? I mean, love Sid music. Most just seem to not know that yet.
Which part?
About the loving the Sid. Sid music.
Okay. I was confused. Loving the Sid, loving the cats, or...
No, I said loving the Sid earlier.
Yeah. Well, it's not only old people that love the Sid, but okay.
And you should totally send a playlist to the Corona isolation ward. And
What
yes,
an
Marcel,
idea.
I like that song too.
Yeah, it was
Very
really
nice.
great. Indeed,
Peter Clark.
it was a great request.
Peter Clark is awesome.
And we should play now Gregor's request.
Yes,
Who
we should.
wants to hear Instant Remedy Game on issue 9/89. 89. My God, that was such a year, right?
Oh yes, that's
Or
kind of
whatever it was. I don't remember. Haven't heard that one for a long while. So yeah, why not?
It's a nice one.
And it's Wow, it was such a great Eurodance tune. Totally loved it. tung, tung, tung. I just love it. I can't help it. That this will never change. If it didn't change for about 24 years, then it won't, I think.
24 years? That was in 2001, I think.
Yeah, but the love of the Eurodance lasts, in my life at least, for 24 years.
Yeah.
So probably that won't change anymore, ever, I guess.
When was that track released, by the way? Was that on the
This
first
track?
Instant Remedy album?
This track was, that's a good question, because I think it's 2002.
Oh,
If
right. That makes sense.
I read it correctly. And let me just check. Yes, it's 2002. So it's available on Spotify as well, as I see. And actually it's it's an Amiga remix, right? Am I right on this?
No, Game On issue is
Hang on a minute.
C64.
Why is this? That is Amiga album remix by Instant Remedy. That is very, very weird. Okay. Because the description of this...
Yeah, I think the Game On issues were 64. Maybe they did Amiga too. I can't remember now.
Now it's super confusing because if I arrive to the page, well, maybe I just have to log in with your account. That's it. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Thing. But no, I don't see this information that was in the Google search. Oh my god, Google is so weird nowadays too. Never mind. It's from 2002 and it's a great tune, and I'm going to check just last thing just to make it sure.
What are you checking now? Game On Amiga Remix?
Yeah, and it's not there, so no, it's not false information. It's a false information. It's not Amiga.
Yeah,
remix,
on YouTube, yes.
but-
Or something.
No, it wasn't on YouTube. It was on Remix 64. That's why I'm so surprised. It's like C64 Amiga album remix
Yeah,
by Instant Remedy.
yeah. C64.
But it's like C64/Amiga album. The album that they released.
Yeah, because it contained probably Amiga tracks on it as well.
Okay.
Instant Remedy eats all of it and spews out excellent tracks.
Yes. And the original of this previous tune was made by Markus Schneider. So,
Schmarkus Snyder.
Markus Schneider, who is always good.
Indeed. And we still need to talk to him at some point. Wondering if his leg has healed since last
Hopefully.
January.
Yeah, we discussed last
Whatever.
year with him, and I guess he sneaked out of a possible interview. But we will see. We will find him. We will find you, Marcus.
At some point, we will talk.
Yeah, that really sounded scary. Okay, just a little bit.
We shall have a talk.
At,
Or rather, we need to talk. Hey, mate, we need to talk.
hi, we need to talk. Yeah. Is this how you do it nowadays?
No.
Okay. Banan had a request.
Banana!
Banan, who is not very happy that one has to request through the webpage.
Yeah, it's horrible.
He
Sorry.
asked, webpage? What webpage?
What? What's web?
Yeah,
There's
what's web?
newfangled,
What's a page?
newfangled shit.
Exactly. So, Timokl, not really sure how to pronounce this name, Timokl and The Last Ninja Dschungelkampf remix. This is his request, and it has very interesting waveforms if anyone feels like loading it up in a... Yeah. Wow. Wow. That was an interesting remix.
Yeah, very jungle beat kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, Michael says, this is exactly what I imagine a jungle fight would look like.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of running and avoiding branches and shit and clashing wherever there's a bit of a clearing and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Malthus joined us on the IRC channel, and
Hello
he said,
on the IRC.
He said lots of work and a visit to Thailand is why he couldn't join in the past weeks. Did they let you back to your country? Just asking. No panic, you know. No, nothing like that.
No,
but
nothing.
yeah, I'm just really wondering, like, when it is going to happen that they kind of quarantine everyone, like, okay, from now on you don't travel.
The planet.
Quarantine the planet. You don't go anywhere from now on, like, you stay at home and...
Yeah, maybe in a sense, if you look at it from the bright side, maybe this... especially in the kind of developed world where you have good broadband to most homes and all of that shit, maybe this is an opportunity to actually do all of that shit that we have been talking about, like remote work, homeschooling, but with virtual classrooms, that sort of shit. Because why not? You just bring your class up. Oh shit, sorry, I need to break this. You walk around with your iPad. I need to go to class now, and then kind of swipe, and then you go to your class. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it can happen, and technically it works. It's just, on a long run, everyone goes crazy when being isolated. You really have to be like...
Pussies.
Because you're so strong, right?
No, I'm just a hermit. That's why. I'm not a very social person. I don't need to kind of go out and meet people every 5 seconds. It's not like I miss going out having a coffee and talking idle shit with someone I barely know. Sure, you know your coworkers sometimes very well, but most of the time they're at best acquaintances. How many deep conversations can you have with that type of person?
Yeah, I mean, that depends, of course. And Malthus confirmed, they let him back, but they kicked me out of the office since I have a cold, and everyone was panicking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and here's the fun thing I learned. Was it today or yesterday? Apparently there's 2 different strains of this coronavirus out there. One is called the S strain, and the other one is called the L strain. The L strain was apparently the one that hit Wuhan the hardest. That seems to be the more severe version of it.
Okay.
And the S one apparently escaped into the world with some of the L strain out there as well. So if you heard these reports that you can get reinfected, those might not be true. Might just be that you get infected by one of those strains first and then the other one later on. Mm-hmm. So this might kind of take a while to mull over, which again goes back to my point that introduce these. We do have the technology, so fucking build these virtual classrooms and all that shit. Remote work from home. Incidentally, I'm working from home tomorrow because, well, reasons.
I mean, there are times when it's great to work from home, but I would not choose to work from home every day. I had an opportunity to do that, and no thanks. It's
there is something to be said about being in an environment where you have other people around you that you work in kind of some sort of synchronicity towards the same goal, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are like certain things that it's way easier to discuss face to face when you are there. Or not to mention that in a written conversation or like missing gestures, sometimes people tend to take things even more personal than they should be. And then it's like you have no control over what's happening because there's something happening in the other's head and apparently you have even no idea what that was. So yeah, that is, it has its ups and downs, and I certainly support remote work as it's when in need, of course, sure. But I would not be very happy if I would be like isolated for the rest of the spring in our home only because.
Why not? You have a nice studio to play around in.
Yeah, that is very true. But sometimes, every now and then, I also want to go out of the house. You know, like I have such.
We have a yard. No longer an apple tree, though. Someone killed it.
The apple tree is not there. So what? Oh my god!
Someone killed it. The wind killed it.
Yeah, it was a big vicious wind. But no, it's seriously. Seriously, let's play a song. I don't know.
You're getting depressed now.
Yeah, I don't want to think of that. It's like, it's bad to think about that. So, hi Boys Wank. Any Monkey Island, please. And I love you. Dedicated to Slaygon's long cock.
Yeah, so go spank your monkey on the island.
Hi, my name is Guyver Streetwood, and I want to be a pirate.
To my brother.
Hi. To your brother only?
Yes.
Not to everyone else?
No, just he just tuned in. I'm just waving to Alpa, who just joined us. And it's a bit creepy. He's watching us in our studio now.
Hi. Once again.
Yeah,
And-
now it's the other camera.
Hi to Sandra.
No, the other camera in front of you.
Sorry, I'm so confused. He's the operator, never mind. So, cameraman, Sandra Wildhagen said, "Oh, Monkey Island, thank you very much. I really love this game. Yay!" Yeah, it's a really nice one, and also the audio of it is really nice. And this was Dex's remix of Monkey Island.
A nice one.
Very nice one.
Yeah, very islandy.
Islandy.
Yeah.
And a message to...
Islandy. Da 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 da.
Where did you land?
Da 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 ducks. I don't know.
Robbie Yuri, I'm not really sure, wants to hear something like 2 Moda 24, and I don't know what that is. I really have no idea. I tried to look, but
What?
well, go to the request list and you will
24.
see. Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like a chiptune thing again.
Where do you find such thing?
I don't, but from the name,
Yeah,
kind of deduce
let's
that it
look
might
in
be
the
a chiptune.
SIDs.
Yeah, it's probably not a SID.
Nah. No, not a remix either.
Yeah.
And I really cannot find anything that resembles to this.
Robbie Yuri, if you're new to this channel, what we do is basically play Commodore 64 related stuff. Sometimes Amiga, very rarely other stuff like NES or SNES or Atari or whatever console stuff. And those type of things we only play on live shows. On the rotational, there is only Commodore 64 remixes.
Because this is the home of Commodore 64
Home
remixes.
of Commodore 64 remixes.
And here's the
As
thing.
Marcel Donnet says, best of all.
Best of all.
Best of all.
Mm-hmm.
He says it the best.
The best of the best. Anyway, I got a hit on Amiga Remix. Don't ask me how, but I got a hit to 2 Moda 24.
Yeah.
And it's a remix made by Honorably.
Oh my god.
It's called Hired Guns, and it has a rating that is claimed poor.
Oh no shit.
Just saying,
It does not surprise me very much, to be honest.
So I don't know if we dare to kind of use this as a substitute, but it certainly gave a hit in Amiga Remix. I don't know if this is like an Easter egg or something, but it really happened. So
No, it might be a mod that nobody likes or something, but yeah, and that's
But
why
the mod
Honorably is the
archive-
only one who remixed it, because Honorabilly's goal was to remix every single SID that was ever made.
hang on a minute. Where is Mod Archive now? Is it that? No, it's .org. I always forget that. Oh my god, how can I forget that? I'm sorry. So let me check the mods. No hits for these either. So this is an interesting thing that Amiga Remix gave us one single hit for this, and it has nothing to do with the title or the artist name, but it gave a hit anyway. I don't know. Do we want to risk this?
Just play a little bit of it and we'll see
Yeah,
what happens. I'm pretty sure what
We
will
will see.
happen. I'm gonna bring one of these. Yeah, just play it straight from the thingy if it's possible.
Okay, yeah, right. I will try. Hang on a
Oh,
minute.
yeah, just be ready to kill
Yeah,
it with
yeah.
fire.
Okay.
Need more beer. Well, it doesn't have any bells on it, so that's a good start. Oh, building up to the good part. Good, in quotes.
The kick is a bit high.
Yeah, it needs some detox.
What?
Oh my god. Kill it. I'm sorry. Kill it. Well, I'm not sorry, but kill it.
Kill it with fire or without fire?
Oh, burn tractor.
Okay then. Kill it with fire means that I'm not fading it out.
Yeah, just kill it.
Okay. Well, I still don't know how this was a hit for that expression.
It's a hit, all right.
I'm super confused now.
If you live in the upside down world.
Right. I don't know what to say. The kicks were too high for me, but the other synth sound wasn't that bad.
It's like
but
general FM synthesis kind of MIDI crap. There's okay.
Slaygon.
Yeah, it's like in a sense, when I remember back when he was very active, and you tried to explain something to him. It was like explaining to a 6-year-old who drew a very nice drawing that you would put on your fridge. That this might not be material to put in the Louvre. You know, there's a few issues here. I don't even know where to start to describe how you go from that to there. It's that level of burn it.
Yeah, but you know, it's like not everyone can handle critics the same way, and
yeah, but in the early days when he kind of entered the scene, we were all trying to kind of really hard be diplomatic and give him kind of some sort of pointers. Maybe think about this or that, or maybe try this or try that, or all sorts of things. But he was firm. Like, no, this is good. I'm going to do it my way. Fuck you, basically. And his goal was, like I said, to remix every single SID out there, 60, 70,000 of them or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to listen to that.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
He still can remix the entire HVSC.
He can go do that. That's fine.
Is it?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
He can if that is what he wants to do. Fine. He can. I don't care.
Okay. Okay. If you say so. But
oh, and Barry Leach and Marcus Nordstedt, aka Wobbler.
Wobbly Wobbler.
Wobbly Wobbler.
Nice. Hello guys, welcome. Let's play Lord of Crystallic's other request, which was Puffy 64 and Armalite Rock Mix 2002. And before that, I'm just going to forward a message mostly to you.
To me?
Yeah, from Ricardo Pipas or Pipus. Yeah. Because he said via Facebook, loving the show, buddy, at the new studio I just joined this week. And I'm not sure
it's his new studio.
Yeah.
Or something. Maybe.
Cool.
Because this one is quite old by now.
Yeah, this is not a
8
new
years
studio.
or some shit.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's lovely to hear. Thank you very much. So let's hope we can make the last hour a good one as well. And now Puffy 64 and Armalite Rock Mix 2002 will play for Lord of Crystallic.
Yeah.
And where did you go now? He went for another beer, I'm pretty sure.
For a pee.
Ah, for a pee. You could have done that earlier, you
I
know.
thought that was going to last a bit longer.
Aha. Well, now everyone could hear while you are flushing the toilet.
Well, I don't necessarily need to.
Well, but it's not really good if you leave it like that without flushing. It has a smell. Just saying. What? I'm not saying I feel anything from here, but usually that product has a smell. Okay then. My God. Meanwhile, while he returns, I have some sort of duties here. First of all, Grigul says his second request wouldn't be...
sorry.
Hi. You have all the right to be sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think that was audible on the microphones, but I said I thought it was gonna last longer. The song, that is.
The song.
You
really need a long song to be able to go out.
Yeah, I have a big bladder, so yeah.
The usual stuff. So anyway, Grigor, what?
Pearson says, there are things you learn on this show.
I know, right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I guess he's not sorry, but Grigor said, not a special tune, but something you both can play live. Use your instruments. We are in trouble.
So, what's the request then?
I'm not really sure. And what instruments? Like, I know I have an instrument in front of me, but the problem is I can't really play synthesizer, so I can't really play any instrument, to be honest. I'm just making music. That doesn't mean that I can play an instrument. Maybe.
So, what are you reading from where?
It's in the request list.
What do you mean? Where?
What do I mean? There is only one request list.
That you have, yes, but you haven't tagged anything. Now you have.
Yes, now I did.
It's so easy for me because there was only one and had nothing to do with instruments. Thank you. Not a special tune, but something you both can play live. Use your instruments. Okay.
You had to read it again.
We can reenact the previous tune.
What? Like... Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but I don't have an instrument.
Yeah, you have your mouth.
Ah, right. Is that an instrument?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then.
So, there. Played,
yeah, that's it. I kind of tag this as played. And I0 said an interesting thing here. I realized some time ago that my brother made a remix some years ago. Not a perfect one, but hey, what do you expect from a little brother?
Oh.
Wow, what an underestimation is
rivalry.
that? And I want to hear Ziona to pronounce my surname. So the request is Tapio Sironen. Was that good? That good? Okay.
That's good.
Tapio Sironen.
Harder P. Tapio.
Tapio.
Yes.
Tapio.
No, Tapio.
Tapio.
Not
Okay.
Tapio. Tapio.
Tap.
Tap tap.
Tapio.
Tap tap.
I cannot focus like this.
Sorry. Take your headphones off. It's easier.
No.
Then you don't actually hear these.
It's way better this way.
Okay.
Tapio Sironen. Cosmic Causeway remix.
Nice.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Okay then. Hush.
Okay, so Tapio Sironen. My Hungarian certainly helps. You
A little
said.
bit. Tapio Sironen.
A little bit, not too much.
Yeah,
What do you
Tapio
want to say
Sironen.
with Tapio Sironen?
Tapio Sironen. Tapio Sironen. Tapio.
Those people,
Tapio.
they are so
Tapio.
complicated. I always realize when I see any Finnish text that, this is how others feel when they read Hungarian. My God!
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's just simply, I just don't understand any or don't identify any single word that I can relate to. So, yeah, probably this is how it must feel for them. And that's not good, I guess. So, yeah, there are some languages where you can kind of get the grip of some words, obviously, like, okay, Dutch, it's also a weird one, but you can at least catch one or two words, and then the Scandinavian languages, except Finnish, they are also like that. Like you can identify some parts at least.
Except for extreme Skånska.
Oh yeah, okay, that might be not the case.
Actually, there are a very wide variety of dialects in Sweden because it's so long. It kind of goes from north of Germany all the way down to Italy, kind of. So it's very long. So we have a lot of weird dialects throughout the country.
Sounds great.
And even the Sami up north, they have their own kind of weird language. Distinct language.
Yeah, that I heard of. But the Sami and the Swedes, they are not able to understand. Sami. They are not able to understand each other, right?
It's a different language. There's a few words that kind of intersect, kind of like Icelandic. Most of the words have the same origin, but pronounced way different and written kind of different as well.
Iceland would be an interesting country to visit at some point, though.
Yeah, and then there's a volcanic eruption, and then you get stuck there for 3 weeks, and
Well, I already got stuck in Ireland for 2 weeks because of
but that's
that.
Ireland. You can take the train and take a boat and whatnot, but not from Iceland.
Yeah, that's why it's so interesting because it's isolated.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, would be fun. Reykjavik could be fun to see. Fairly small city, but weird spot on the map. Seeing as it's so isolated and all.
Yeah. And I0 said that, by the way, there's a relationship between Finnish and Hungarian languages. We know that. But the thing is that their construction is similar, not the words. The words
exactly.
are not.
It's just a framework that is the same or similar, not even the same.
It's like at some point a while ago, someone figured out a framework. Okay, that's going to work. And then they just split up. And then they confused everything. And no resemblance anymore. Oh, there is some sort of fight going on there.
Yeah, they started earlier. Marcel said, so, Project Hubbard is nearly drawing to an end, and I sit here wondering what I should do next. I had the same thing, but Marcel's way deeper than I, because first he started with doing 8 albums for Sidology, and right after that he started with Project Hubbard, and it's almost done now apparently. So yeah, I that's problematic. You kind of need to readjust your life after knowing every day when you come home from work you do know what you need to do, and now you're gonna come home and go read a book? No, not really. It's a weird thing. It's like you kind of need to just reset your brain in some sort of way. It's weird.
And Martin Land said, okie dokie, another one. A one man and his droid remix, please, to dance a bit faster.
A bit faster.
Grin, he said. I think it's a great idea, and it lines up with Project Hubbard. And I understand the confusion. Marcel, do you take orders, by the way? So it's just, if you are confused what to do, then maybe we have some ideas. So
I
why
think
not?
Next up we'll be getting the ball rolling on the documentary music that we're gonna do for Jonas.
Aha, yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Vangelis type stuff that Jonas wanted. I kind of hear something different when I see the imagery, but I think I know what he is looking for in the demo tracks that he sent. So yeah, that should be interesting.
Indeed. Okay, looking forward to that. And I thought How about playing Max Hall's version of One Man and His Droid?
Good choice.
Respect Rob mix.
Nah.
Nah, we don't. Oh,
Yes, we do.
Everyone does.
Rob is a lovely man.
Yes, he is. Max Hall and One Man and his droid. Respect Rob Mix.
Respect Rob!
Yeah, because no one does, right?
Nah. It's just Rob, you know.
Just Rob.
Speaking of Rob, Marcel has an exclusive he's gonna send us. It's Rob's Transatlantic Balloon Challenge.
Okay.
That is made with only synthesizers made or available in 1979.
Oh,
Yes.
that's an interesting one.
Yes.
When are we going to get the...
As soon as I get the actual file, we haven't really gotten to that part yet.
That is a really great estimation. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to use that in the future.
Okay, so when? Later.
That is also a good estimation. But I really gonna use this at one point. Like, I don't know, if someone asked me, Eka, when are you going to send it? Well, when you will receive the file. I think it's perfect. I need to use this at some point.
Yes. It is. When is it going to be done? Right around the time when I stop working on it.
Yeah, but that's not entirely true because you can also
not
stop.
entirely true, but
Also stop working on it like when it's not done. So
that is true.
anyway, we have a fun request. So before Marcel's preview, I intend to play that one.
Excellent. Then we can sort this shit out and get to the exclusive.
Yeah, so that gives you some time, Marcel, to sort it out. And Boswang wants to hear Honorably Killed RKO.
Honorably. This is back in the days when Boz could do a proper falsetto. Do a falsetto.
And what's the real artist name? Spoof Tracks or perhaps Adobe?
Spoof tracks.
Okay. But technically it's the same person,
No.
right? No.
No, spoof tracks is more people. Perhaps Adobe is only Boz.
But Boss participated.
Yeah, it's him singing. That's what I said. This is back when he could actually do a falsetto. Do a falsetto.
Okay then.
128 kilobits of music power. This is Slay Radio.
Hi, and welcome back to Slay Radio. Coming up, we've got all your favorite Commodore 64 remixes. Pop-tastic! And hey, remember to check out the accompanying website at www.slayradio.org. That's www.slayradio.org. Okay, we're gonna launch this section off with a remix of a classic tune, and it's coming out for charity next month. It's entitled Honorably Killed RKO. Oh, enjoy.
Like fingernails on a blackboard made of lead. Its drunken covers make you wish that you were dead. You'd rather listen to Barry Leach instead. Honorably.
Hey, let's go on to RKO and see if there's any remixes.
Aye, that's a good idea. I haven't been on there for ages.
Oh, blimey. Honourabilly's been at it again.
What? He's got another remix on there?
Yeah. Do you think I ought to download it?
Aye, it'll be funny to hear what he's done.
Okay. Here it is. Oh, dearie me. Well, it's as good as we could have expected, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so.
Such a beautiful homage to the body of work of Honourabilly. Got to love it.
Oh my god, that's still golden.
Yeah. Like I said before the track started, it was back in the days when Boss could do a falsetto.
Boss can always do any sort of shift with his voice.
Yeah, but he has he's struggling a little bit to get to those levels that he could do back then. He can still do this song, I think, but back then he could just do it straight off the bat. But
do you mean that we could ask him for a live performance to perform this song completely live?
Yeah, I that's what I was getting to. That back then he could do it straight off without many warm up or anything. But nowadays I do think he needs a little bit of warm up before he can do those higher notes in there.
I like the idea of this.
But he can still do it.
Too bad that he is a lazy ass, so we never did a real show together with him. Hi, boss. Just
what do you mean, real show?
I mean, we did like the Roti Awards show, but we
that
never.
Is true. Isn't that a real show?
Yeah, it is a real show, but it's a special show. And by the way, if you haven't.
So if we invite him to be part of our show, it's not going to be a special show. Sorry,
no,
I'm just being facetious here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Don't be an arse, but yeah, it didn't happen yet. I'm not saying it cannot happen in the future, but
yeah,
but
no,
we will see.
I was actually thinking. I've had some more ideas around this idea that I have.
The guys keep having ideas, by the way.
Yeah, but I actually had a very good idea with this. You know the concept I talked about with Boz and doing something together with him.
Yes.
I'm kind of closing in on a format that I'm starting to like a lot because it allows us to do what we do best, and then it allows us to do the other thing we're good at. So it kind of it's not going to be a live thing, but it's going to be fun.
And what that might be? Now I'm confused.
Yeah, let's say it's a teaser to a future formats thing that we might do. We're going to do a few test runs and see how it works. But I think the format itself kind of works. We need to try it out a couple of times and see if it works or not.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
But let's put it this way: it's a science show.
Yeah, but about that I know of.
Yeah, but nobody else does yet.
Okay. Yeah, let's not.
You have to separate the things you and I talk about and what we talk about on air.
Let's not confuse the people even more.
No, that's
So-
why I said it's going to be a science thing.
Okay then.
It's going to
So-
be fun.
Yeah, let's hope it will be fun, or at least it will happen. I would say first, let's hope it will happen. And
It's going to be fun for us.
I'm pretty sure it will be. And we should play an exclusive now.
Yes.
And you should tell a few details
Yes,
about this
this
exclusive.
is what we talked about before from Project Hubbard, and it is made entirely with synthesizers that were available on the market in 1979. And if you don't know about Project Hubbard, it's essentially Rob's SIDs made as if they would have been for an album that was released before 1980, I believe. And that would then, of course, mean that you would need to use synthesizers that were only available at that time. So everything you hear in this next track from Marcel from Project Hubbard is made with synthesizers only available in 1979. And it is, which track is it?
It's Transatlantic Balloon Challenge. This was really lovely.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that was
Marcel.
sounding great, Marcel.
Definitely.
I had this vibe of okay, rewind a little bit. I used to have this office in the basement of the apartment building I worked in, and I only had 4 CDs, and those 4 CDs were from the same collection, which was a someone had covered known big hits with synthesizers, and used old synthesizers doing that, and they sounded pretty much exactly like this. I can't remember what that collection was called, but it brought me back some really nice memories.
That sounds like an interesting project. I haven't heard of it, but it's
It's essentially like Project Hubbard, except it wasn't SIDS. It was other well-known kind of
remixes.
Yeah, it was other well-known like real-world songs. SIDS are real-world songs too, so kind of
songs.
doesn't feel good to say that, but it was a very nice feel to it.
Nice. And we have a quite a silent evening here, and there is a net split going on the IRC, which means like half of the channel or even more just fell off.
Ah, shit. I hope you're okay on the other side. I don't know which side I am on, but whichever side you're not on, or I am not on, I hope you're okay.
You are not on the net split side, no, because you are still in the channel.
Okay, so that means we are on the same side of the net split then.
And then people would have a right now to come back to us with, it doesn't happen with Discord. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we know it.
No, but it does have 404s and could not be reached, proxy errors and all sorts of other stuff. So different types of problems, and it's not real time in the same sense. But
Nothing is perfect.
No.
Nothing.
But it's actually they actually have suggestions for me for what the albums might have been. Star Inc. says Marcel, and Grigol says synthesizer greatest, maybe.
Oh.
No, what was that called? I think I actually have them in some box somewhere, because I couldn't bear with me to actually throw them away when I moved from the flat to here, because I still had them in the flat before I moved to this house. It was like maybe it was Grigol's synthesizer greatest or something like that. It was a 4 CD collection anyway. Fuck it.
And then everyone came back again to the channel now.
Yes.
Martin says. It's like everyone all of a sudden. Wow. Yeah, that's big.
Pearson had a good point on YouTube. He said, in quotes, a science thing from the guy that recently said on the show that he could see his thoughts going from left to right in his brain and then back again. I would watch that, he said. Yeah.
That sounds like synesthete. A little bit.
It was me describing earlier in this week. We talked about this on air earlier now.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
That it was like someone poured some high viscosity shit in my brain, and I could actually track my thoughts going like in a jiggity-jaggedy path through my brain. Like weird, like third person kind of a thing.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not confusing, but never mind. We have a kind of special request here because it's a medley. Yeah.
Marcel says synthesizer greatest was by Star Inc. So both of them suggested the same thing.
Well, it's a great tip.
Pick those fuckers up and see what it was.
Also, Michael Wildhagen has a tip here. Russell B. Synthesizer Collection Volume 4. Maybe. There's a link on Facebook that he posted.
Oh, let me have a quick check. It was very. Those look very. Yes, that's the one. That's
Michael
the
knows
one.
a lot of stuff. Look at that.
Great. Yeah, that is the exact one. Yeah. And I had all 4 of them. So yeah, Russell B.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. So look at that.
Nice.
World of memories. So cool. So anyway, do we want to play some music? Because I think that after the next track we should say goodbye. But Lord of Crystalic wanted to hear Zyron and Whittaker medley, which is quite a long medley, but well, we have a little bit of time still, so
yes, and it's a Zyrony blippy bloppy thing.
Zyrony blippy bloppy.
and
We are on.
oh,
Hi.
hi.
I have something as a surprise for the end, but let's talk about that later.
Okay. Later.
So yeah, CJ Warlock asked Slaygon, what's that keyboard MIDI controller under the big monitor? And I answered, CJ Warlock, it's a MIDI controller. What's that MIDI controller there? It's a MIDI controller. But
The one under the big monitor.
that one, yes, it's a complete control S69.
Yeah. Is it a 69?
61, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I cannot count. It's like too late for me to count. I'm sorry. 61.
Yeah, and the one behind her is a DX7, a Yamaha DX7.
Yeah, that's a different one, but
Yeah.
it's like under the monitor, he said. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Under the big monitor. That could be only one thing. I
Yeah,
suppose.
I know. It's and if you've followed the Boz Radio, they do live broadcasts as well. And the show yesterday with Boz, that is, they can't archive this on YouTube because copyright issues and all that sort of thing. But Boz has a similar setup with the overhead camera, like we are on right now, where you can see him from behind. But you can also see what's on his monitors. But that is because the whole room is so much brighter. So these monitors are too bright for this dark room. But I like the dark room feeling a lot. So yeah, it's a bit of a balance thing, I guess. Anyway.
A bit of a
kind
balance.
of sidetrack there.
I didn't even interfere, so it's all right. And yeah, unfortunately, just got the news that the demo party held in March called Forever. It's an 8-bit party, got cancelled due to the corona issues.
So not forever then?
Not forever, or at least not this year. And yeah, that's not really a good thing, obviously, but yeah, cancelled the reservation of the party place. It's kind of, yeah, so it would be held in Slovakia, and yeah, it's exactly because of that. However, I can assure anyone so far who prepares to go to revision at Easter, and probably there are some of you around, that it is still on and the organizers are still working on it, and they made sure that they don't get sidetracked. So yeah, it is still on. So anyone preparing to go to revision, for now, they should not be afraid, I guess.
When is that again?
10th of April. It's like at it's always Easter weekend, so it's a tradition that it's Easter weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately, I might add here is that we are only now seeing the beginning of all the blockages or stoppages of flights and or whatever into different countries. There will be more travel restrictions, especially around April, I'm guessing, because it's only now starting to take off in the European countries. So we are, I think today in Sweden, we have like 100 cases. In Norway, kind of the same. Finland is lagging slightly behind, but if you start allowing travel back and forth, it's going to be problematic.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be restrictions put in on travel very shortly.
And Martin, I don't know where you bought the train tickets. There was no bad news of revision yet. So if you go to revision, just go ahead because it's still on.
Yeah.
The party is called Forever and it's held in Slovakia. And unfortunately, it's got cancelled due to cancellation of the party place reservation, and it's because of the virus issues right now. So this is all that we know for now, and the revision organizers claimed that everything is on no worries for now. So I don't think that they will get sidetracked. It's a huge party anyway. A lot of participants coming even from the people coming from the US as well. So yeah,
I have a simple solution. If you want to go, just don't sneeze on anyone. Don't shake hands, and if you do, make sure you have hand sanitizers around, and you'll be fine. Basically.
Yeah, I guess so. And Martin, it's kind of really hard to say. I think the same way AROC is on as well. I know the organizers, and they are actively into it. And
But AROC is what, September?
yeah, no. AROC is always summer. It's never September.
No,
Function is September or
sorry,
October.
August I meant.
Yeah, exactly. And
Oh wow, I was off by 4 weeks. No.
But it matters if it's summer or autumn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, August or September is the same.
No, it's a huge difference
Sweden
in temperature.
is basically the same.
No, not there.
Nowadays.
Not there.
Nowadays.
At AROC party, you can be almost sure that it will be fucking hot weather, like 30 degrees.
Let's go.
Exactly. So no worries about your reservation regarding that. Oh yeah. So Martin bought train tickets, cheap, no refunds, the day before yesterday for forever.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a pity. Yeah, I can share. I don't know. Martin is not on Facebook. I think that's the problem. But the announcement, I just saw it there. So yeah, it is too bad. And I'm not even the member of that group. But unfortunately, the announcement is there. So anyway, yeah, let's hope that it won't affect, especially not summer and after summer events. They tend to claim that warm weather will have a big impact on the virus, and maybe it will get back,
problem is that if you look at where it has propagated, it's around 20 something degrees now, and it's propagating properly, and that is the weather we're gonna have around Europe in the summer. So I call bullshit on that one.
Yeah, but let's not make any conclusions right now, and I don't think...
I'm not making any conclusions. I'm just calling bullshit on something.
Yeah,
that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, you can call bullshit on that, but yeah, for now, let's not panic, and let's not try to figure out in advance what will happen, because...
Like I said earlier, just don't sneeze on anyone, and make sure you have hand sanitizers. And don't shake hands. You're fine. For the most part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the sanitizer could always help. Yeah. And Martin, I gotta check the AROC Party's webpage, because I don't know if the guys announced it, but... Yeah, no, it's the last year's page yet that is on. But
this is so confusing. And now I'm reading your screen from here, and it says AROC 21, and I'm thinking, oh, they already decided to skip this year.
Yeah, nah. That was the number, obviously, of the edition of the party.
Amount of events they've had.
Yeah, it is aroc.intro.hu, and soon probably the new webpage will be out. I know it for a fact that the guys gather together for a meeting regarding organizing and invitation and everything. So it is on as well. So for now, just don't be afraid, and yep, we will see what will happen later. But Martin, I guess there's no way to register yet. But we will definitely meet at Arok this year, I think. So no worries about that. And
yeah, but play a song because I need to start working soon because my database synchronization seems to be done right about now-ish.
Okay, so we should say goodbye for today, and we will definitely play a song in the end of the show. But before that, we should always say that if you desire more live shows of the week, then you should go to Boz Radio and make sure to check the schedule, because you can definitely listen to Kizikoni tomorrow, Ziduder Saturday, and the PMS, my favorite show. The PMS, the Free Monday show.
Especially a few days ago. What's your favorite show?
Yeah, you don't have to announce that out loudly, but anyway, Kizikoni and Wenshi does the PMS show and the B Word on Sunday with Bry, where you don't only can listen to old fart music, but new things as well. And they are actually good too, just so you know. And yes, several things like a guy with a mic, a cactus, and Boz will be back on Wednesday. Cactus. Cactus. Leave me alone. Oh my god, now he is into the grammar mode.
Cocktus sounds like toss that cock over here. Yeah, you cock toss.
Right.
You cock tosser.
I give up for today. That's it. That's it for me.
Play
That's
a song.
it for me.
I need to work.
Shut up. Let's say a proper goodbye here. And don't forget, in 2 days, Saturday, 8 p.m., don't forget to tune in here or on Synsat or on both of the channels. I don't know, because there will be the Remixer of the Year 2019 show, and we will gather together on IRC to Remix 64 channel as well.
On the EFNet network.
On EFNet network.
So if you don't have an IRC client or don't know what IRC is, you can go to chat.efnet.org and just type in your name and press OK, and then when it asks, type in Remix 64 as the channel, and you will get there.
Indeed. So we will meet in 2 days. We will certainly be there virtually to listen, and then see you next week, I guess, because definitely we will be here next Thursday as well, if we won't get sick or anything.
Again.
It happened. Yeah, again. But yeah, that's it. That's what we can expect. And as a closing tune for today, look at this. Bozwang said, request, can you guess? It's a Sid and it's about vagina and stuff. And I had an idea and I did a search on vagina.
Of course you did.
Because
so
obviously we won't always play Hot Mamas because we know that you love it.
Here's the thing though. You're using my computer, you're logged in as me. So if you ever look at my history and see searches for vagina, do not ask me what I was looking for.
Now you have an excuse.
Yes.
Your problem is that I was looking for it in Deep Sid Player, so you don't entirely have an excuse. Let me tell you that. But
Deep Sid,
Deep Sid Player. Right. Deep Concept. Okay, we really have to say goodbye here. So I picked a stereo Sid made by Randall, released in 2019, made with Goat Tracker. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a new one, and Randall is always good.
Yes, and I have to hear this.
I couldn't find the vagina reference there in the title, but there might be one. There are 5 tunes at the moment that gives you this search. So, yeah. And anyway, I look at it, I think it would be nice to know something new. And we love Hot Mamas too, but let's stick with something new, okay? So, have a very good night, everyone. Thank you very much for your dedicated attention, or non-dedicated one as well. And
just hanging around
just
somewhere.
hanging around or being in
whatever.
the background, we are fine with that too. And
Thank you, anyway.
Yeah, and have a good night and sweet dreams. And we will be back next week and see you in 2 days at the Remixer of the Year Awards show.
Yes, gonna be an epic show.
Bye.
Bye-bye and sleep in tights.
There is a disturbance in the stream. Admiral, move the fleet to Slay Radio. I want that free TCP packet.